And we are them. Yeah, we are there. Let's see how we do this. Let's see if it takes. Let's see. Hold on, hold on. I'm coming. I'm coming. Well, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. There we go. And there we go. There we go. So, if I am right now, I am live across multiple platforms. Greetings and salutations and welcome. I am right on time. Always right on time. Don't let nobody tell you differently. It is now 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, and I am TNathan. And if you're tuned in, you're listening to Conversations with TNathan on this, the 27th day of January, 2025. 8 days in. 8 days? Are we 8 days? Yeah, we're 8 days in to the Make America Great Again administration. And we are greetings, salutations. How everybody doing? What's up, Black Historian Reese? I thought you were just in another live, Reese. Didn't think you were gonna make it. Dinner with T Nathan. What's up, Country Snowman? Greetings, greetings, everybody. Yeah, I am on Instagram too. I am now on Instagram. I stopped being lazy, and I've added Instagram to the mix with my um, video show tonight. So, GCPR land, thank you for joining me. And everybody across my social media platforms, I think I got you all in today. All the ones I'm going to get in. I got Instagram. Instagram was the last one. So I am live on Instagram also. Greetings, Instagram. If you have some comments, I can see your comments in the comments section. How's everybody doing this eighth day of the Make America Great Again administration? What is good night? Is you just got here? It is good night. See, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Yeah, it's good night. It's good night for me, but we got all day for everybody else. Yeah. What's up, Sleep? What's up? What's up? Greetings and salutations, everybody. So today, the eighth day. Wow, this has been does it feel like more than 8 days to anybody except me? And I don't think it feels like more than 8 days to everybody except me for the same reasons, right? My reasons are rooted in collective laughter. Yeah, purge, call it what it is. Oh, and speaking of purge, Reese, good segue for my first segment, because today the man who said he wasn't going to be going after the people who that in the Justice Department that brought charges against him, he fired all those people today. The man who said he would not be weaponizing his position to extract any revenge on the people that went after him, as he alleges, in the Justice Department, he fired them. All of them. Yeah, he did that today. He did that today. That's after firing inspector generals on Friday of last week. He fired 19 of them. I've come to find out, inspector generals from last week. So why are we surprised? The unk is unique when you break the symbols down. I need you to focus here, see. Sleek, I need you to focus. Focus on what we're talking about here. I'm not talking about the unk right now. So, and if I did, I wouldn't really need any help talking about it, since I understand Egyptian mythology better than most people I run into. But back to what we were saying, right? So, you get to the point where I'm going to tell you, Donald Trump is actually doing everything that I thought he would do. Like I say, I know I still haven't got my apology from all those people who were saying that there was a Democratic secret plan in the mix and I should just wait for it because I didn't know everything. Well, I knew there wasn't a Democratic secret plan in the mix, but I digress. And you know what? I went back and looked at one of my videos and I had screenshotted it anyway. And people have actually taken their comments down. I thought that was hilarious that people have actually taken their comments down on my video saying, telling me I didn't know what I was talking about, then just be patient because the Democrats had a plan. Well, obviously, that plan wasn't due to be executed until after Donald Trump took office, right? We're at 8 days. And I think the plan is everybody is going to be crying. I think the plan was that everybody would still be crying about their hurt feelings. And this is so interesting because now my next segue, moving away from Donald Trump, did exactly what I thought he was going to do and fire the very people that he said he wasn't going to fire. He was going to leave up to his secretary, I mean his attorney general, to deal with. But I guess she wasn't getting she wasn't getting through confirmation fast enough for him, so he fired them today. Oh, yeah. And not to mention the white women he fired last week also that were in charge of DEI programs that he fired this week also. Oh, oh, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Don't get me wrong. The Republican and MAGA party are using the phrase DUI because they can't say the N word. They just don't know enough about the programs to understand that they benefited white women just like affirmative action disproportionately more than the people they was designed to help. But it is hilarious watching this and seeing people cry, white women cry about losing their jobs, or other people that are with the hiring freeze, because he put a hiring freeze on the government, and people that voted for him are like, I can't. I was packed and ready to go to my new job, and they said that it's a freeze, and now I don't have a job because I quit my other job to go to my new job. It's a freeze on government job placement. And I'm like, I never thought the leopard would eat my face. Hey, I never thought the leopard would eat my face. That's exactly what I'm singing. I'm singing that to Selena Gomez. I, I understand, darling. I understand. And I know you think that after you said what you said about Black Lives Matter, initially, that you opening your platform to black activists after you said that I didn't look at as just performative. But I waited. I waited 8 years for this moment, right? Yes, Selena Gomez, I remember what you initially said about Black Lives Matter, even though you tried to hide it behind opening your platform up after the fact, 4 years later, to Black Lives Matter, or black activists to speak out on. Yeah, yeah. So, and let me diverge. Let me clear something up for you all, right? Because some of you all think I am from the school of El Haj Malik Shabazz or Malcolm X or some other civil rights leader. From no, I'm not. I respect El Haj Malik Shabazz highly. I respect Dr. King. I respect Coretta Scott King even more than those. But I am not of those schools. I'm a Fred Hampton stan. Frederick Allen Hampton stan. Um, Chairman of the board of the Black Panther Party in Chicago, Illinois, who was killed by the Chicago police at the age of 21 and did more in those 21 years than some people have done in 60 years. But I digress. Come back to that later. And I say that because I have I can hold two different concepts in my mind at the same time. Because most of y'all don't even know the 10 points of the Panthers while y'all run around here talking about the Panthers. But I digress on that also. I can be critical of the Americans who voted for Donald Trump and also still have the same stance about children being killed in Gaza. Yeah, that's not acceptable. And it's not only acceptable, it's like, yes, I believe we need to also do something in the face of that because nobody in Palestine voted in any American elections. No, but the Muslim community in Dearborn, Michigan told us that we wasn't welcome in their community. And as they reap the benefits of their actions, I can also be critical of that. But I don't want you all, I notice some of you all try to use my comment section to slide in some things that you think that no, I don't believe. So I'm going to call you all out also. Don't get me fucked up because I will cuss your asses out. I am in no way, shape, or form for the pain and suffering of children in Gaza any more than I'm for the pain and suffering of children in the Sudan, in the Congo, and Haiti. All right, let's not get that fucked up because that will get you cussed out. I need you all to understand there is a difference. Now that we got that understand, and but I will cuss you out. I'm just telling you, I will make a whole video cussing you out if you don't get there. And if you don't like it, don't have to announce your departure. This is not an airport. All right. Now back to my laughter. Yes. So I had this Hispanic woman who was a Latino for Trump. And it's strange because she had blocked me because I had also eviscerated her talking point when she was saying before the election that she supported Donald Trump and that he was going to go after the criminal element in the undocumented community. But she didn't call them undocumented. She used the phrase "I don't like" because it's oxymoron. She called them those, and I was like, yeah, yeah, but she not. They're not gonna go after her relatives because they're doing the right thing, and they're providing a service for this country that other people don't feel, which is true. They are providing a service for this country that other people are not willing to accept those wages to cover. And I'm not even sure that picking migratory workers, picking fruit in this country, any American is going to do that job. I'm just saying because it's a migratory pattern that you must follow. But anyway, she's on social media crying now, and me being me, I took the opportunity to tell her under her post, shut the hell up. I had nobody trying to hear that. Nobody trying to hear I didn't know. I'm not trying to hear it from Latinos for Trump. I'm not trying to hear it from any roaches for raid out there that voted for Donald Trump. Now they are crying about, I didn't know that the Department of Education was responsible for my autistic son's programs in school and that cutting them would mean those programs would be cut. I care deeply about your artistic son not having access to the programs he needs to not only survive but to thrive. I do because that inversely affects people in my not just my community but in my family also. I don't care about you crying. I don't care about all those roaches for Raid that voted for Trump that finding out that Raid kills roaches. I don't care about any of their tears any more than I cared about the tears or the blue bracelets of Democrats with hurt feelings that were shaving their head on November the 6th. Equally don't care about either one of you all. Equally. Yeah, we told you. I don't care about you people who are finding out that tariffs are paid by Americans because I know too many boosters to care. I know too many boosters to care. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care that Donald Trump has not done anything to address grocery prices, oil prices, or gas prices since he's been in office. I don't care that you are not getting what you thought, but you're getting what you voted for. You voted for this. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care because you all thought you were hurting us. At the end of the day, yes, the government is the largest employer of black people in this country. Don't anybody ever forget that. I was like, listen to people and they was like, oh, this doesn't affect us. Yeah, shut the hell up. I want all you black people that are talking like this doesn't affect us. I need you all to shut the hell up too. I need you all to shut the hell up too, because you all are delusional, and your delusion in the face of injustice is really tiresome for me to bear. And when, in my case, tiresome means that I am tired of holding back, cussing you out. That's what you have to mean. I have plenty of energy. My energy is sometimes deposed because I have created this barrier to try to get you to understand, but that takes a lot because my natural tendency is just to cuss all you stupid ass individuals out. Because y'all gonna fuck around and every marginalized group of people in this country because you don't follow. Like I told you from the beginning of this podcast, that I follow in the steps of Frederick Hampton. All right. If you don't know who he is, maybe you need to go study who he is, right? Because Frederick Hampton formed a multicultural, multiracial rainbow coalition because he understood that our enemy is the oppressor and it shouldn't be each other. But you all want to fight amongst yourselves, and I'm just going to watch you destroy yourselves. But I will never do the work of white supremacy for them. I'm not cheering the deportation of millions of migrants in this country because I also understand that not all migrants in this country come from Mexico. Y'all sound stupid when you all say that because Haitians are migrants in this country under TP, the same program that Ukrainians in this country are under, but I don't see anybody talking about deporting them. Nigerians are in this country that are migrants. Yes, continent of Africa fleeing. There are people from the Congo and the Sudan fleeing persecution in the Congo and the Sudan right now that are migrants in this country. So I need you all to shut the fuck up talking to me about how I shouldn't care about what happens to migrants in this country when those migrants look like me. I need you to shut all the fuck up. I am going around now intentionally speaking Spanish everywhere I go because I'm going to not do the work of white supremacy and I'm going to do everything I can in my power to throw a ratchet into the work of white supremacy. I think I made 100 calls today. I think I made 100 calls. Yeah. So how many calls did y'all make to ICE today? I made about 100. I made about 100. I got ICE on speed dial, and I have a list of people that I am reporting, and they're all immigrants. They're all immigrants. Their ancestors came on the Mayflower or some other ship thereof, because they fit the bill, right? That's all I was told. That's all I understood. Report immigrants. So I'm reporting all Mayflower descendants and other descendants of those who came from Western Europe and Eastern Europe. Yeah, that's that's my part. That's my part to disrupting the machine of white supremacy. Unlike some of you all who think sitting back and doing nothing is just such a miraculous feat. Y'all sound stupid. Mississippi is literally trying to rush through a House Bill 1484 to basically enslave people again and create a slave catching patrol. And you all are saying it doesn't affect me. Yeah, this is Mississippi. Trust me, anything Mississippi does has a long term effect that they want to affect black people with it. And you all are so stupid that you are going around here acting like this is Germany 1936. And of course, I'm not going to be one of those swept up in any of the anti and propaganda that involves this is the other group. This is not me. This is the other group. And then when you get there, you be like, how did I get here? Because you're stupid. Because you're stupid. I hope I'm not stuttering. I know. I know. It's not the airport. Just leave. It's not the airport. Yeah, but I won't. And then after the fight for liberation and we get liberation, I'm going to remember all of you people who said you all were sitting back and doing nothing. And then I'm going to make you all exile me to an island in space because I can't be trusted. I don't want to be part of the negotiation of peace. I want to be part of the retribution for those people who now want to jump out and say, I was here all along. I was doing my part. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. I'm on one tonight. Y'all, in case you didn't notice, I agree with some of it, but not all of it. Um, you agree with some of what, but not all of what? I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm telling you all, this is not the airport, but and that's another thing. I think people are mistaken also when I make videos talking about the inactivity of people in the face of injustice. They think I'm asking them for something. No, I'm just telling you who you are. I'm telling you, don't ever quote to me again the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King talking about the moral arc of the universe bending towards justice when you sat on your ass and did nothing in the face of injustice. From now on, I'm just gonna cuss. I don't have, it's all ad hominems from now on. It's no trying to explain the dichotomy of it. It's none of that. You quote to me Dr. King's moral arc of the universe while you're sitting doing nothing but drinking mimosas in the face of injustice, and I'm cussing your bitch asses out. Did I stutter? Chief of Security, did I stutter? Did I stutter? Dora Milaje, am I stuttering? How's the sound? Is the sound good? Is it coming through clearly? I just need to know because I think some people think I'm playing. I'm not playing. No, I'm not playing. And I don't care. I don't care how you feel about me not playing because you're not. I haven't seen. Listen, most of y'all talking. I've never seen at a protest in my life. I've never seen, and I've been to a lot of them. And as a matter of fact, check the video record; it shows. I've been to a lot of them. I was at protests when I was on probation, violating probation in Minnesota because of drugs. I didn't see all that. I was on probation when I was in D.C. when they threw tear gas onto the National Plaza onto us. I was there. I was on probation when I was at Stop Line 3 protests in Minnesota. I didn't see any of that. So, excuse me if I don't believe you're going to miraculously pop up and pop out. Yeah, excuse me. Excuse me. What's the point here? Did you say what's the point here? See, this is what I be wondering sometimes. Hablo español? See, hablo español, mucho poco, hablo español. Sveki de Deutsch. Did I slip into a language you all don't speak? I know. I apologize if I slipped into a language you don't speak, because that happens sometimes because I've been exposed to a couple of them. So, what part didn't you understand? Yeah, what part didn't you understand? Yeah, I thought so. See, this is what I talk about. I talk about these people are not only can't quote Dr. King anymore, they're still stupid because you explain. They can't hear you. They could look. They couldn't hear me when they were in here. They couldn't hear me when they were in here. That's what I'm saying. I understand what you all are used to, because I see it every day. You all are used to black men or black people that entertain your bigotry, racism, and rocket raccoonery and roaches for raid attitude, and say, "Oh, let me hear what you got to say. Fuck that. Fuck you. Bye." I don't know what the problem is. I succinctly said everything I feel and what I do. Now, wrong live. I understand you all are used to those lives, so there are a lot of that kind of toxicity to spill over into their community, and I don't frequent those lives anymore, or I really never did. But I definitely don't. I don't even follow people that follow me. I have blocked people because they're in those lives, and I will have some more to block. And I'm not blocking. I'm blocking you because I don't want to see you come. I'm really unfollowing. I'm unfollowing some people because then I don't have to worry about your lives coming up or you in a live and I'm thinking I'm supporting you and I get drawn into this bullshit. I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah, because I've started to unfollow some of you all. So if you all are unfollowed, TikTok didn't do it. I did it. I did it. If I went to a live and I saw you tolerating the spewing of toxicity about my community in it, and somebody was hosting it, and you were talking about everybody deserves a turn to talk, I unfollowed you. Yeah, I did that. Don't blame that on TikTok. That was all me. And there's several more people I gotta get as soon as they show up in one of those lives. Because I believe I'm supposed to keep up with my family, but my family is dragging me into places that don't that are counterproductive and intuitive to what I'm doing. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. If you haven't seen me in your live in a while, you're probably unfollowed. Yes, that's probably it. Yeah. Don't need any help because obviously waiting on people to get it is a futile exercise, and I don't like futile. I don't do futile. I do action. and my words and my actions will coincide. Yes, I look. I tell people all the time. You think I won't cut you off, and I've cut my biological brother off? Yeah, y'all are fucked up. You fucked up. I am watching. I am 8 days into a presidency and watching people do the same things, do the exact same things they did prior to the election that they cried about the outcome on, and they're doing the same thing. Yeah, y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up. Let me tell you. I got people talking about Project 2025 still in the face of what is being done, not addressing. Today is Holocaust Remembrance Day. Holocaust Remembrance Day. And Elon Musk, the man that didn't give the Seg Heil, and if you don't know what a Seg Heil is, look it up. Expand your German. Who didn't do the Seg Heil, as everybody is saying, was literally at a virtual conference. The man, the immigrant from South Africa, whose family profited off the backs of apartheid, was literally at a far right German rally virtually today, telling them that they need to not focus so much on the crimes of Germany's past. Like, in other words, you know how they tell us, if you must study the past so you're not condemned to make the mistakes of the past by repeating them. Yeah, yeah. My live on X is probably going to go down because I'm talking about Elon Musk. So if y'all follow me on X and it goes down, hey, join me on one of my other social media platforms right now. But yeah, he did that. He said that. He said that. Hmm. And people talk about when he did the Sig Heil the last time. They said, "Oh, he didn't mean it. He meant from my heart." Yeah, sure he did. Sure he did. Just like when he made the jokes about the Jewish community, he did know. It's the totality of things for me. It's not just a one off. It's like, yeah, I don't just judge you as a duck because water rolls off your back. You could be well oiled up. You could be well oiled up, but water will roll off your back. But if you have a bill, you have webbed feet, you have feathers, water rolls off your back, and you quack, you are a duck. You are a duck. And I'm not making any qualms. Like he said, they should be true Germans again. Right? Like when is that? He said it at an appearance of a far right party that he has backed, that also has fines for being smoxies. Yes. The judge told the leader of that party that if somebody calls him a fascist, he can't sue them because basically they're speaking facts. And that is the man that everybody's out here defending, saying he didn't do the Sig Heil on that stage. It was just from his heart. Yes, the Sig Heil is from the heart. It's from the heart of fascists. But hey, y'all just be quiet in the face of injustice. Y'all keep doing that. I'm sure that's going to work out real good for you. And stop telling me about your God in the afterlife. Stop telling me about all that. I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what happens to racist bigots and sick howl throwers in the afterlife. I'm too busy fighting them in this life from unaliving our people. But you all just sit back and do what you've always done and get what you've always got, and don't think that's not the operational definition of insanity. Yeah. Republicans say they love Israel, yet 70% plus of Jewish folks voted for Kamala Harris. They love wrong. Yeah, they don't love. Listen, listen. I know everybody's like, oh, don't say that because everybody in. Yes, if you follow Donald Trump, if you are a MAGA supporter, if you are any way, shape, or form a supporter or apologist for Donald Trump, you are most likely either a fascist or a whole ass asshole. Yes, yes, I said what I said. And I'm not interested in singing Kumbaya with you. I'm not. I'm telling you, if I ask you to meet me somewhere so we can have a conversation, I advise you to duck. I know you all, see, like I say, people are used to people having these conversations, talk about, well, let me hear your side of the story, or let me hear your side, and I'll tell you my side, and I'll explain to you why I voted for Donald Trump. My ADHD is acting up. No, not my. I just wanted it even. I just wanted my hood even. It was bothering me uneven. But yeah, Duck, Duck. I am not. I don't want to have a kumbaya moment with you. I don't want to know why you voted for Donald Trump, because you didn't vote for Donald Trump over food prices, because you're supporting tariffs. That is not. So let's just throw that out the window. Throw it out the window. You supported Donald Trump because you're a bigot. And you don't like immigrants because they're black and brown immigrants. Because nobody's talking about deporting any of the Ukrainians here who are under the same program as Haitians. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody, y'all wasn't talking about deporting immigrants when Trump's wife was overstayed her visa. Yeah, no, yes, it is so interesting watching the fact that Republicans have flipped the script. When Donald Trump fired the the Department of Defense, I mean the Department of Justice people today, they said, well, that's his prerogative as a president. But they spent years talking about Joe Biden was weaponizing the Department of Justice to go after Donald Trump. It amazes me how it amazes me how the hypocrisy of those statements don't stand out to them. Like, you're weaponizing the Department of Justice to go after your political enemies, and then you get in and you weaponize the Department of Justice to take out the people who are just doing their job. Yeah, yeah, that's hilarious to me. It is the definition of hilarious. And then like I say, 8 days. In 8 days, we have gotten the fact that there are only two genders, two sexes in the United States by executive order. We have watched the overturning of EOs that were put in place to give some kind of protection to people based upon their race, their ethnicity, their sex, and all that from being discriminated in government contracts. And if one more person tried to tell me that the 1972 Equal Rights Act is somehow protecting people that are being fired by executive order right now, I'm cussing you out too, because obviously you can't read and you have no clue how government works. Because at the end of the day, executive orders, yes, can be put on hold by a judge, like Donald Trump's executive order to basically ignore the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States when it comes to birthright citizenship. But that doesn't change the fact of anybody who was shipped out the country based on that executive order at this time. Yeah, it doesn't change anybody. And while you all going around, he's like, "Oh, he's only deporting criminals." Yeah, then he's deporting everybody. He's deporting everybody. All of you all, it amazes me. People was like, well, he's only said he's going to go after criminals. But you missed the part where they took undocumented coming into this country as a civil offense that is now a criminal offense. So every undocumented person in this country is a criminal. That's why I guess they didn't start at the prisons that they have criminals in that they could have deported quite easily, and probably nobody would have said a word about, to saying that ICE offices, there are 25 ICE offices across the country, and the quota, you know what quotas mean, right? The quota is for each of those offices to arrest 75 people a day. 75 people a day. Somebody do the math and tell me what I already know. What is 75 times 25? 25 offices, 75 people a day. What's the math? How many people is that a day that they want ICE officers arresting? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. 1,875. Thank you, Cam. Whew. 1,875. I was about to give it to you. So they want 1,875. This is by quota. And what happens when we have quotas? The same things that happens when we have speeding ticket quotas. That, yeah, everybody gets swept up. You understand that in this sweep that they were doing over the weekend, that 15 indigenous people got swept up to go with the indigenous people who were swept up last week also in these. That's why I'm going around speaking Spanish everywhere I'm at. I wish I knew Swahili better, that I could actually do conversational Swahili, because I would be doing that. Universities be getting crazy for quotas. Yeah. So understand, 1,875 people a day. Now, let's take this into account. So you all know over the weekend and starting, they have been using C-130s to transport people, deportees, out of the country to their alleged country of origin. Because I always think it's interesting how, if someone's undocumented, then how do you know what country of origin to ship them back to? But I digress. They'll figure it out. Because you're saying, all of a sudden you're taking the words of criminals telling you where they came from, right? If I was undocumented, I would tell them I would tell them I'm from Ghana myself. I'd be like, I'm from Ghana. That's what I'm trying to get a free trip to Ghana. That's what I'm hoping. I'm trying to get a free trip to Ghana. I'm trying to see if the government will send me to Ghana, and then I'm gonna say, hey, y'all sent me here. I'm an American citizen, and yeah, after I do spend a couple of weeks with the family in Ghana, then I'll tell them. But look at this. Look at it this way. You all want a vacation? You want to go somewhere? When they ask you, go around, learn a foreign language, speak it, get swept up, have no ID on you. Of course, you're gonna spend a couple of days in detention, but hey, you tell your family I'll be in Greenland tomorrow because I'm gonna say I'm Icelandic. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what the people I'm calling on are telling ICE. Yeah, I don't know what they're telling them. People are setting it up. I wonder how long it's going to take ICE to respond to all those people I call about every day. So it's my job to, since every field office has to arrest 75 people, I'm going to do my job to help a field office get to their quota. And that means I'm going to call them and tell them that I know where some immigrants are. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Like I said, if I see ice, I'm pretending to run like I got a reason. Right. Take off running. They're gonna be like, they gonna catch it. What you running for? I'm like, it's a free country. I can't run. I can't run. What do you mean? What am I running for? It's a free country. They gonna ask me for ID. I don't have any on me. Uh, they didn't give us any. They didn't give us any American ID when I got here from Ghana. Yeah. Then I'm a black. You know how black people are. We see somebody running, we running in that direction too. Unlike some of y'all white people, y'all run towards alien invasions. Yeah. What's going on? What is everybody running for? Yeah. You see. Look, I just have to run faster than you are stupid. Yeah, I don't even have to run fast. Just have to get past the person standing there talking about what's going on. That's all you got to do. You just got to pass the person standing there running. While you don't have to be fast and all. Just have to get to that person or those people. Because there's always gonna be some people standing around talking about what you're running for. What you running for? What's going on? Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Suspicious. I'm running, and then when my prints show up as a former employee, I'm gonna laugh at all the paperwork. Oh, look. Oh, back to my C-130. Thank you for reminding. Get me back on track. Back to my C-130. So C-130 is used. They have used the C-130 to transport undocumented immigrants to Guatemala and Brazil and Colombia. And we see what happened with Colombia over the weekend, right? It was hilarious. Yeah. But do you understand? The C 130 is a military aircraft. The C 130 requires about $50,000 in fuel. 50,000 for a flight in fuel. Now it makes good time. Colombia is about 1,200 miles from the United States, and the C-130 can probably make that journey between at maximum speed. The maximum wind speed is 479 miles per hour, and I doubt if it's 5 miles. But let's say it's just flying 300 miles per hour, so it'll take you like 4.5 hours to get to these locations, and then we got to add the return flight. So that's about $100,000. That's about $100,000 in fuel per flight. Now you do the math on trying to return just 1 million people in a year. We got 80. It's 80 people, 80 immigrants on these flights, each one. Now you do the math on the fuel costs that is, and now and I'm gonna be laughing at taxpayers that voted for Trump. Because who you think paying for that fuel? 13 minutes warning, by the way. You see GCPR? I'm on a rant. Plus, they're always breaking down. Right. And then heating, air, yeah, all these things. Yeah. If you've never been on a C-130, now I like the C-130. I think I mean, it's amazing. It's the largest troop transport carrier in the world, and it is amazing. But it's not meant to ferret people on junkets to their country because they're expensive to maintain and to fuel. And that's just fueling costs. Maintenance costs, we're not even gonna talk about. Can we get the one with guns? Yes, yes, and a payload too. Yeah, it's a couple of a full payload. Yeah, we'll take that one. If we ever acquire a C-130, I want to acquire one that has a payload in it. Whatever the payload is, we'll take. Yeah, yeah, we'll take. Yeah, nope, nope, not for me. I swear they have brakes. Yes. So that is what we are up against. That is what we're talking about. So this is just 8 days. We're just 8 days in. And then this is what gets me too. People be like, "Oh, I'm tired. I just got to take a break from everything he's done." It's only been 8 days, people. If you're checking out at 8 days, you're not built for this. You're not built for it. The people who can take a break are the people who have a luxury of taking a break. You have the luxury of taking a break. That some of us have to understand that we have to keep up with everything because we have to know how it impacts our community. And those people who talk about, oh, well, have you noticed that I have literally, how many videos do I have? I have literally thousands of videos on my 2 pages. And across my social media, I'm sure my video output in the last 5 years, 4 years actually, reaches almost 10,000. I have almost 10,000 videos across social media. And people will be telling me on, they pick up that video. I was talking today about Matthew Huddle. And Matthew Huddle was one of the January 6th rioters who was pardoned by Donald Trump last week. He's dead. He's dead, by the way. Yeah, he was shot. He was shot by an Indiana, Jasper County, Indiana sheriff's deputy. Shot him dead today because a traffic stop altercation. And I said that maybe he should have complied. Maybe he should have just complied with the deputy's request. He's dead. And I said something like, one down, 1,589 to go, something like that. And people are like, oh, don't get distracted from what's really going on. And I'm like, what in the tinfoil hat wearing are you talking about? What in the tinfoil hat do you all people be talking about when you come into my comment section and tell me not to get distracted? What? I'm gonna do a video walking, chewing, running, walking with. I'm gonna do a video of me filming the video of me walking, chewing bubble gum, talking, and playing with Bella at the same time while reading a news story. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. What's up, Petra? 47 is a madman walking. Doesn't change the fact. I think that's a little dismissive too. It's like, does that somehow does that somehow validate what's going on? I mean, I understand the dismissive titles because I do ad hominems all day, but yeah, but are the things he do any less impactful for our communities? But, yeah, I'm just saying, I'm just asking for a friend. I get it. Madman walking, but madman walking that has impact on the community. So I get it. I get it. Awkward pause. Okay, so um, you got a little fun with the leopards eating faces. Really, can't read your comment section. I be wondering what people are thinking. No, Petra. It gets down to, like I always say, people are used to the responses they get in other people's lives. They're used to those responses. They're used to having the nowhere going toxic conversations, and they're used to that. When I and that's why they just that's why my numbers fluctuate. So I'll be at 100 and then at 33 like we are now. In the instance of just one statement out my mouth, one statement out my mouth, because people will tell me you would get more followers if your delivery was better. My delivery was better. You probably won't find a better delivery than mine on social media. Or you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. Who in the fuck out here trying to catch flies? I don't like flies. There's roaches and then there are flies. I don't like either one of them. So I'm not trying to catch any. I'm not trying to catch any flies, flies. No, no, no. I'm trying to catch flies. Honestly, it's hard thinking for people. Yeah, Reese, I know you're laughing because you're up to some roach shit. Yeah, that's why I don't look at a lot of the videos you send me because I expect roaches to pop out of them. So yeah, I just be putting an emoji, and if it's not you, I look at your videos because I know no roaches popping out doing poetry reading. But anything else is suspect. Yep, I'm not looking, not looking. I'm still, yeah, I'm sorry. I've been listening from the outside because I fell asleep. I think I got the newest, nastiest thing that's going around. Yep, and I'm wondering how you got it because you don't interact with people a lot. Speaking of which, nice segue. Thank you, Penelope. Nice segue. The United States is not only withdrawing from the World Health Organization, and I saw people. Listen. I saw people talking about that Trump was acting like he was going to rejoin the World Health Organization after he did an executive order removing us from the World Health Organization. Now, it does take a year. It is a process, takes a year, and plus the United States still has to pay the money it owes for this year. But this is what got me, right? When I saw people talking about, well, Trump is probably rethinking his, I was like, what Trump do you all be talking about? What Trump do you all be talking about? Trump is not going to mysteriously rejoin the Paris Accords, and he's going to have to be beat over the head to withdraw to join who. So what does he do today? He sends a memo. He has his department. He sends a memo to the CDC and telling them that they have to stop working with the World Health Organization effective immediately. I'm still not going to get an apology for that one either, I see. But yeah, he says if you all have to stop working with the World Health Organization immediately. The World Health Organization was formed after World War II to help countries bipartisanly to address disease and the spread of disease associated with the fallout of war, right? Because in times of war, like we're seeing in Gaza, and I don't even call that a war in Gaza, that's just a massacre. But at the time that disease and famine take place, you get outbreaks. So now we're going to not only stop reporting to the World Health Organization in the face of the what is it? We have the Mavis virus, we have monkeypox, and in the United States we have the outbreak of bird flu. Yeah, who thought this was a good idea? During the U.S. worst TB outbreak currently happening in Kansas. Yeah, who thought this was a good? I missed the episode where the conservatives beef with the WHO. Why are they doing this stunt? Let me tell you, I petty. Donald Trump is petty because the WHO criticized him on his handling of COVID. And so now this is his petty get back. his pettiness is going to harm more than anybody else. And a current outbreak of tuberculosis. Yes, in Kansas. I know. I live here. I live in Kansas. People with below a third grade reading level. Look, Cam, it's not only people with a below a third grade reading because, um, yeah, no matter how much I dislike him, Steve Bannon's IQ is on par with mine at least. Steve Bannon is not. Steve Bannon is. Alex Jones is just crazy, but yeah, Steve Bannon is in the mix. The other Steven. What's the other Steven's name? Kyle. Yeah, they're in the mix. These are not slouches in the education department or the intellect. When your intellect is geared towards more to the things you do, and I tell people, you all have to stop underestimating your enemy and thinking your enemy is just your enemy is morally bankrupt, not intellectually bankrupt. Supposed to be your pirate. Has entered the chat. Steve Miller, thank you. Just the Jim. I couldn't think. I don't know why. Stephen Miller, and then he has another Miller counterpart. There are two Millers in this administration, and both of them are Smotsies. Yeah, both of them are Smotsies. But Stephen Miller, yeah, Smotsy number two. And but I do think it's fun. You all remember? Remember I said this. I said that when Elon and Trump fall out, it's probably going to be the best thing that we can ever see for those because I'm not depending on these people doing that. I'm counting on Elon and Trump falling out, and we're almost there. We're almost there because reportedly that Elon Musk has been given an office in the West Wing for Doge, Department of yeah, Department of Governmental Efficiency. I have to think about it. Doge. Yeah, stupid name. But anyway, he had been given an office in there. But after he fell out, he said what he said about the $500 billion that was going to be given to Open AI, and Larry Ellis from Oracle and SoftBank to start building these data nodes, right? Um, Elon Musk came out and said, "Yeah, they don't have that money." It's like it's a stupid idea anyway. And I'm gonna say, after watching, did anybody see my video today on the stock market? And why I said that Nasdaq was going to close. How anybody knows? Somebody look. If you saw that video, I want you to tell me if I was right at the end because I haven't looked. I've been busy. Somebody tell me if Nasdaq closed down like I said it would. I said the Dow would recover, but I said the S&P 500 and Nasdaq would close down. And while somebody looks those up and see if they're still down, if they were down, and I said Nasdaq would be down over 300 points today, and I said the S&P would be down over 500 points. I said that the Dow would recover. So that was my prediction based on the fact that the number one free app in the Apple Play Store, if you have an Apple phone, go look at it and tell me if I'm right. The number one app is now today DeepSeek. DeepSeek is an open AI source chat platform like Chat GPT. And it's a Chinese released app. And it's an open source app like it answer questions like GPT. Now, China announced that they had did this in 2 months and it only cost them six. I'm talking about the Nasdaq's exchange. Nasdaq's. The whole exchange is not up $39.5. I said the exchange. The Dow is up 86. What is Nasdaq's up? Nasdaq should be down. Nasdaq should be down. Nasdaq and S&P should be down. Now, find those and come back and tell me. Now, what I said today was when the Chinese announced that they had did basically what the $500 billion that Donald Trump's administration was going to invest in these data hubs, and they had did it in 2 months and with $6 million. I said the tech stocks that have been driving the major performance of the Dow and the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 would fall today. Yeah, I said the Dow will recover. I said the Dow will recover. Just put it in the text. I'll put it in the text. Oh, I could look it up. I just was like hoping that you would do it faster. Um, just put it in the chat. Don't send it to me. I wanna know if I was right in real time. I'll look it up. So Nasdaq, Nasdaq. Let's see what it closed at today. Nasdaq's closed down like I said it would, almost twice as much. It's down at 612 points. Right, Nasdaq went down 612. What the S&P do? I said over 100. Was I close? Was I close to it being? Yep. S&P S&P 500. S&P is down. And I said they would be down because they are driven by the tech stocks. The techs what did oh Microsoft, I said Microsoft would take a beating today, and I said that Chat GPT, I said Navia would take a beating. Look up Nvidia, Nvidia. Look up Nvidia and tell me what did. Oh, what's up? What's up, Metal? Hey, today is Monday. Y'all can we'll hang out a little longer. We'll hang out a little longer on GCPR. We'll let you all hang out because this affects you all also. And plus, I got 7,000 people listening to me on GCPR. Um, I tried Microsoft Pilot AI. It's so stupid. It follow Navia down 24% or 24 points. It down 24% or 24 points. Tech stocks are overvalued. They need to be corrected. No, this is not an overvaluing. This is a fact that China just did what they're trying to. What these companies have been spending hundreds of billions of down. Microsoft went down 2.4%. I called it, and Navia is down over 24. So that's $1 trillion in wealth that has been wiped out in one day based on China talking about or introducing deep deep seek and saying they did it with $6 million in 2 months. I know that I'm just saying Navia was way overvalued. I don't think it was way overvalued because it didn't. Its value was based upon the investment it was at. The chip Navia is a chip company. The chip company was not overvalued because at the time that they valued it, it was valued based upon how it would integrate into AI and the system. And they still spending money on that. They still set around the five Navia laws. That's like $500 million in value. It's not. I understand what y'all say about overvalued stocks, but stocks are not overvalued until something like this happens, and then it's a conversation that's had after the fact, not a conversation at the time of the fact. Now, when I do my Bitcoin conversation, Bitcoin is not overvalued. Bitcoin, if you're investing in Bitcoin, you're stupid. Yeah, at the present time, if you're investing in Bitcoin, you're stupid because the dollar is backed by the industrial might of the country. Gold, silver, and precious metals are backed by their rarity. Bitcoin is an algorithm. Yeah, Bitcoin has. I want you all to tell me what do you think Bitcoin is sustained by, except the next stupid person's ability, willingness to pay more than you did for nothing. Bitcoin is literally the analogy of stupid people will buy the air they're breathing. Yeah. there is a new Bitcoin coming out. Like I say, a new cryptocurrency or a new Bitcoin, a new in the Bitcoin series. I know they this doesn't matter to you overall point, but after it's pronounced it doesn't matter because I pronounce it. How do I pronounce it? Nvidia. Yeah, that's how I pronounce it. Nvidia. That yeah, it's no vowel between the N and the V, so it's Nvidia. Nvidia. Yeah. Remember? Right. Right. New Bitcoin. I'm not surprised because it's like people. I think people are confusing Bitcoin and cryptocurrency with the electric digital signals that is used to exchange money from one location to another. Who has a Bitcoin Visa card? Anybody out here have a Bitcoin Visa card? Anybody? Is anybody using their Bitcoin to go shopping with? Not to mention the transactions take up to 10 minutes. But is anybody out here got a Bitcoin Visa card? I'm just saying. And I just see people talking about, well, Bitcoin is partnering or this cryptocurrency is partnering. It's not currency. It's not currency. The crypto coins that Donald Trump, Melania, and the Reverend that spoke at the have introduced, they are not currency. There are no, those are just, at this point, at best, I would call them collector's edition items. You get to tell somebody, not show somebody, you get to tell somebody, hey, I got a Bitcoin, a $40,000 Bitcoin. You can't even put it on display. You can't even say, hey, this is my rare Bitcoin display. You get a certificate that I could burn up. You get a wallet that if you lose your crypto code to it, you lose your money. You're losing your money anyway because I'm waiting. I'm calling it now. Crypto market is going to crash. The crypto market is going to crash. And it's going, and if you allow Donald Trump to invest any segment of the American government's money in crypto, then that part is going to crash also. Yeah. I ain't got a Bitcoin, nothing. What's up, ambitious? What's up? Imaginary. Thank you. Thank you, Henry. Henry, I think, thank you. Thank you for donating to my trip. Yeah, I just got a donation to my trip for the going to Selma in next month for the 60th anniversary of Bloody Sunday. Thank you so much. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to see if I can get Lieutenant Dan to do some promo for me. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see if I can get Lieutenant Dan to push my GoFundMe page because he seems to do so well at raising money on his. I was like, maybe I let him call me the N word a couple of times, and he will be like, "This is my favorite," and then he will push my GoFundMe page for our trip to Selma to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the march. TikTok won't let me send gifts. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Don't want them in my email, but you can get coins of Trump and Melania. I can't wait to see people try to just listen. I just want you all to take your cryptocurrency credit cards and start using them to pay bills with. Traveling. And vehicle by vehicle. Renting a vehicle, getting a place to stay. I'm gonna be down there for the duration of the commemoration. And like I tell you, I'm going regardless. I'm telling you, if I don't get Lieutenant Dan's help, I'm being facetious. But yeah, I probably only have to. It'd probably be all. Probably yeah, y'all would you're gonna dislike me, but I probably only need a couple of grams, and I probably could get his help. Yeah, I probably can get his help. What's up, Mimi? What's up? What's up, Claire? I didn't know that was you. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, I will be there traveling days on the 5th and the 10th. Metal Melter, Raven are handling driving duties because I will be handling running my mouth the entire time their duties. It's 12 hours from here to there, and we will be documenting it. I want to take some youth with me, but it doesn't look like I'm going to raise anywhere near that many funds to take some youth with me. But I will be documenting it, and we will be streaming, and we will be talking about the historical significance of Selma all the way up until there. And of course, we will be marching across the bridge also. And like I say, this is the 60th anniversary, and it is so telling as I watch things happen in this administration that are directly fallout from Selma with the Voting Rights Act and other things, and we're watching them. No, like I say, in '65, Lyndon B. Johnson signed the very executive order that Trump's executive order overturned. 60 years. And so this is the 60th anniversary of the march on the Edmund Pettus Bridge, where Bull Connor and his sheriff's deputies beat no euphemisms there, black people for just trying to have the right to vote. Yeah, so that's what I will be doing. And I said I will be doing it regardless. I got a shiesty. I still have a shiesty somewhere around here. Yeah, I'm going. I'm going. If I have to go to the, yeah, if you know what a shiesty is, you know. And that's just for entertainment purposes only. But I'm going. I will be there. TikTok gave me back my account. I got banned today. Okay. And now the voting discussion is why you should throw away your vote on third party. What's up, Raina? Right. And that's where we are. So, like I said, I don't, I know people think I care that they don't like me. I don't. I just don't. I don't have that energy because at the end of the day, doing nothing is supporting white supremacy, and I don't support white supremacy in any way, shape, or form. I can be critical of the people who voted for Donald Trump that are now crying and saying I'm not looking for a kumbaya moment with you all, and still think that I am, and still know that I'm not going to sit idly by while children are carpet bombed. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. And I, like I say, tell everybody, anybody who know me, anybody that don't want to get cussed out, if I have your number, I will call you and cuss you out on the phone too. But the moral arc of the universe bending towards justice and doing nothing are not mutually inclusive. So stop quoting to me Dr. King, and also understand that the moral arc of the universe only bends towards justice because we bend it towards justice. It does not arbitrarily bend towards justice. It requires work. And anything less than that means you're doing the work of white supremacy to make sure the moral arc of the universe does not bend towards justice. I don't know how differently to say it while you all are in these lives with these house Negroes. I don't know how to say it any differently. I don't. I'm going to bend the moral arc of the universe with a brick. Check your sense. I sent you a logo. Okay, I'll look at it after I get off because I know the logo has nothing to do with what I'm talking about right now. The cartels are fighting for justice. Yeah, yeah, I will. But at the end of the day, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. I don't want to stop tagging. And another thing, stop tagging me or sending me videos of people doing a worse job or stop sending me your favorite white people talking about the things I talk about and I talk about them better. Stop sending me your favorite viral white people talking about the things I talk about. I have a whole. I'm telling you, unfollow, unfollow. I don't need you all sending me your favorite white creators breaking down anything I talk about. I don't need it. I need you all. I don't care if you. And I know I be wondering, do they share my videos with these people? Because these people don't even follow you. Y'all think because y'all have access to me, I want to. I do. Let me say this succinctly. I do not need any of those videos breaking down anything I said or validating anything I said. I don't know. I know, and I think it's a mentality with some of you people that until a white person says it, that you think I need it. I don't need it. I don't need it, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna get an unfollow, cause I'm gonna make sure you don't have access to sending me stupid shit like that. There is just why I sent you stuff because I know you already seen it. Thank you. Wait, TNathan doesn't like a white savior. Hey, Clutch, and you know that better than anybody. It's like they will send me videos. I have a video talking about Matt Huddles, right? The January 6er that got killed because I don't say on the live. He got murdered today by. I was like, tell you something, right? I'm gonna get dead off, and I'm gonna dead laugh. I am. If a white person say it, it must be true. Right? That's the way I feel because you don't send me my own videos. I can do this off the top of my head. They will send me videos of somebody basically reading a magazine article with 142,000 likes. I actually write magazine articles. I literally have a show to talk about, eh, literally, and they will send me a video of somebody reading somebody else's research when I have my own. I think that is the height of insulting. Matter of fact, don't send me videos, period. Yeah, I'm at that point because people will send now, and I said, if you want me to fact check a video, I don't mind. But hit my cash app up. I mean, if comic book people on here get money for talking about comic book battles, then create at least um I don't know, donate $5 to the cause and say, hey T Nathan, could you fact check this video? Cause I get a lot of those. I get a lot of those. And some of them I do. And some of them I'll be like, I'll get to it eventually. Because if you want that, then why don't you support the causes that I support in correspondence with that? But stop sending me your favorite white boy videos. Yeah. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Yeah, and then the people, and I say that to people who have access to me because I don't. I'm talking about the people who are in my primary response class. I don't respond to everybody that sends me anything, but there are people that in my prime that say they follow me, and somebody will hit me up saying, "I follow you. I've been following you for the 5 years," and then turn around and send me a video that I posted 12 hours before the one they sent me, like they're onto something. Yeah, no. Nope. Let me show you. Let me share something with you right quick. Hold up. Da, da, da. You see this screen? That's a screen. That's a screen. Mm-mm. That's a screen. See over here? Let me see. Hold on. Let me get it. That's a screen. That's a screen. Another screen right here. These two screens. Listen, listen. When I tell you that I keep up, and when I'm out, I have I have it in my ear. When I'm at the shelter, when I'm out and about, I have anybody who's traveled with me would tell you I constantly have my wireless. I have two. I have these two screens, and I constantly have my wireless headphone in from one screen, listening to news. I listen to Trump rallies. I know all this. If you're going to send me something locally that you have input on. I don't need you to send me any national news. Between Petra, if I miss something, Petra got it. Petra got it. If I miss something, Petra is my inbox, my text message is filled with it because that's what we both do, and that's it. Don't send me any national news. Don't send me something you watching on C-SPAN because I'm watching C-SPAN. It's on one of these screens. I can tell you, been sitting at parks and rides locally. I'm good. You should look into this Project 2025 thing. Oh, somebody give Pirate just earned 5 seconds. Somebody give Pirate 5 seconds for me. 5 seconds. Yep. Pirate, spin the block. Spin the block. Yeah. Spin the block. But yeah, if you want to send me something local that is not making local national news. Send me something that you have personal input into, and if I can get to it, I'll get to it. Send something that I can do commentary on like that. Everything else I got. I don't need any commentary input. Why is nobody talking about Nasdaq in China? Pirate, who? Okay, I got to do it myself. Hold on. Hold on, pirate. Hold on. I just gave you 5 seconds, pirate. I'll get it. Yeah. Obviously, pirate was still talking. Yeah, I know it hadn't been 5 seconds. Yeah, pirate, you just took 5 seconds. Yeah. Don't think I can swing the sword too. I had already muted him. He came out too quick. He got another one. He got another one. Yeah. He got another 5 seconds. Yeah, but yeah, I enjoy his sarcasm. I enjoy sarcasm, and I do enjoy the fact that his commentary is cerebral. So I do enjoy it. But yeah, the Project 2025 was a bridge too far. Um, there we are. That is what is happening. I gave him 30. See, that's what I mean. Dora Milaje does not listen. I said 5, they do 30. Do not listen. This is why. This is why I will ascend the throne alone. Because I can't have people not listening. I said 5 seconds. And she gave him 30. And she thinks I'm kidding. I'm dead upset about that. I am dead upset about it. Yes, I am. Can't you tell? Yep. Um, I told you in your moratorium who else can actually insult you. Right. Yeah, and I get it. But at the end of the day, right, let's understand that either you stand on business, and if you are truly standing against injustice, then it doesn't matter if your feelings get hurt in that process, you will still stand against injustice. If your feelings get hurt and that determines that all of a sudden you're not standing against injustice, you were never standing against injustice in the first place. So I said it, and I mean it. If your feelings get, can you imagine if our grandparents and I don't know your grandparents, I'm gonna say my grandparents and my parents because I got the video to show you and the newspaper articles. If they would have sat down because they were expecting somebody else to do the work on their behalf. Can you imagine if they would have sat down? If they would have said, "We're not doing anything"? See, that's what I tell you all. Y'all don't know who Fred Hampton is because a lot of y'all's comments don't take into account. I continually tell you all that Fred Hampton, if I had to model myself after any civil rights and I don't even say civil rights, revolutionary, it would be Fred Hampton and Huey Newton. I advise you ought to go learn who those two are because they didn't have they didn't they their feelings did not supersede the fight. They fought because we also understand that racism and oppression impacts marginalized communities. If we have rocket raccoons in our community, then why wouldn't I acknowledge that minority communities have people like that in their communities? And if I don't want our community to judge us off of our own rocket raccoons, why do you think I'm going to ask you to judge other communities off of those people who identify with the colonizer in their community? It amazes me that you all do that. You all was want. Uh, Sometimes black people, you all amaze me because you want the same things you say you don't want. You want to treat other people in a manner that you don't want to be treated in, and wonder why the moral arc of the universe is not bending your way. Your feelings, people like, well, they didn't do this for us and they didn't do this for us. Who is they? Because when you talk about, let's take Mexico for instance. Do you know what the real history of Cinco de Mayo is? Do you pirate? Here you go. This is a pirate one. He can answer it for you. Do you all know the real history of Cinco de Mayo? It wasn't Mexican Independence Day. I don't even know where that started at. It wasn't Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day. It was. Do you understand where escaped slaves ran to when if they didn't run to like the indigenous tribes of the Seminoles? Do you understood? It wasn't just Canada. They didn't just run north. They ran south also. So when I hear people talk and not have an understanding of the very history that they say they understand so succinctly, I'm like, you all are stupid, and I'm not following you down that road. Mm, no, not parents, not my granny or grandma. Absolutely not. Right. They didn't sit down. Do you understand what AIM is? Does anybody know what the American Indian Movement is? Do anybody know what the Brown Berets were? Does anybody know anybody in the Rainbow Coalition that Fred Hampton put together? See, Fred Hampton was murdered because he was fighting against oppression and he was unifying people in the fight against oppression. And he was doing all that by 21. So when I hear you all say, oh, I'm tired, or I'm just going to sit this one out in the face of injustice, we're not the same. What's up, Shay? We're not the same. Do you understand how many people have attempted? I don't see. Number one, I always said from the beginning, put your feelings in a lockbox in a closet somewhere. Because if you think your feelings are not going to be hurt if you wear them on your sleeve, from the very look, if I want to be truth be told, my feelings are hurt more by the people I fight with and for than the people I fight against. I expect racists and bigots to act the way they do. But I also understand that because of the long arc of oppression experienced by various groups and the tactics used by the oppressor to separate those groups and to sow discords amongst those groups, that yes, there are members of those groups that are going to act in accordance with masters' white supremacist orders. But that doesn't stop me from still standing against injustice. And that's why I look at some of you all sideways. I look at some of y'all sideways when you all talk about, well, so and so said this, so I'm not going to work on behalf of any indigenous people. Or this group of Hispanic people, Latinos from Trump, they voted for Trump, so I'm not going to look. All of them are now grouped together. The injustices that are experienced by children that had nothing to do with this, or undocumented people that had nothing to do with Latinos for Trump. Because they were playing Russian roulette with their own families. Like, if nobody asked them, I'm not going to help anybody. You sound like you are master's footstool. That's what you sound like. Oh, I had this trans person is making videos talking like this, and I am not standing with the trans community because this trans person said this, this, and this. You sound stupid to me when trans murders are up 4 times more than the background population, and black trans women are even higher than that. You sound stupid to me. You sound stupid because the minute somebody, a Rocky Raccoon, says something, and you be like, oh, they don't represent us, that's them, but you do the same thing to other communities. You sound stupid to me, and you were never fighting against injustice or oppression in the first place. Your feelings are hurt, and now you're showing us who you actually are. I learned two things in life: wait till people are angry and wait till their feelings are hurt, and you will see who they actually are. You will see who they actually are. Have you heard? Have you heard there are other countries around the world protesting for us? But how do we protest? I'm gonna tell you how. Like I say, I gave. Who is that? What's up, ambitious? I gave an easy way to pro. See, this is what I say. I'm never going to do the work of white supremacy for them. I don't care how many feelings are hurt. I am not going to join the. I'm not going to join white supremacists because my feelings are hurt by a marginalized person or group. Just not going to happen because I'm going to disrupt. Now, this is one protest we can do. Start calling ICE and reporting every white person you know. And white people, you got to be all right with it. I want white people to volunteer to be pro. I want you all to learn Spanish and be speaking it when ICE turns up at your door. Call ICE, overload the system, and start reporting every white person you know, or every. You can report some black people too that are American. You can report me. I want everybody to call ICE and report me. Yeah, I want to tie up resources. That's what I want to do. That's a protest. That's a protest. Call ICE. Everybody on here, 40 people here. I know the 7,000 people listening to me on the radio, y'all can't do it. Most of y'all are in the very countries we're talking about. I got people on X, I got people on Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, I want everybody, and the people going to watch this video on YouTube later. I want everybody to report somebody to ICE. Yeah. Want some Ben and Jerry's ice cream right now. Yes. And I'm not one of those people who say run to Costco and start using Costco. But pay attention. Pay attention. Because the minute we say it, you're not gonna do it. But pay attention to what's going on. Support the companies that support the causes you believe in. I'm gonna tell you, support the companies that support you, even if they're performatively supporting you, because it's still support. Costco, yeah, Costco want black dollars, and that's fine. I would rather give black dollars to Costco because they're standing up and keeping their DEI programs in place than to give money to the companies that don't. Performative, it works. It works. It still benefits. And I need you so-called liberal progressive Democrats to get off this high horse. I need you all to get off the high horse. I want to take these off. Can I turn this lighting down some so I can take these off? Cause oh, eyes are killing me. That's why I wear them. I want to see something. Yeah, y'all just gonna have to deal with some. Y'all gonna have to deal with some different lighting. Cause dog. Mm, 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 yeah, do some something. Anyway, yeah, I want you all to look and see. Can't do that. Just in case Robert come by. I need a solid color. Okay, that's it. I need a solid color. I don't want anything spinning, just in case. Um, yeah. Make sure Target dropped DUI so fast it was straight white girl energy. I'm gonna tell you, Target dropped it so fast that, but I kind of expected it because they dropped their trans. They dropped their trans endorsement so fast when a few Christians came in their store and made some videos. Yeah, we shouldn't be surprised. And I'm gonna tell you, I understand people like black owned this and black owned that. Number one, most of the stuff y'all think is black owned is not black owned. It's just black rand. So most of y'all not going to do the work to find out if it's actually black owned or just black rand. Just don't support companies that don't support you. Yeah, I don't expect y'all to do that. Look, I don't expect. I'm just. I don't expect revolutionary extreme behavior that I would do, but can we just get a little more revolutionary behavior? I do have to buy one thing from Target because my daughter is sensitive to most diapers. And you know what? Do because one purchase is not going to change it. One purchase is not going to change it. But it's the overall understanding and awareness that, that's why I didn't feel anything when hypothetically somebody burnt down a Target in Memphis, in Minnesota, when I was there. Didn't feel anything. Didn't feel anything. As long as we, didn't accidentally burn down a residential neighborhood. So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But I don't think people understand what revolution looks like. I don't think. I don't. Walmart has always been the enemy. Let me just say that. The Walmart donated money and they're pulling their DEI programs. But the thing about Walmart is Walmart, for the treatment of its employees and all the things they did, they've always been the enemy. But also Walmart is open at 3 o'clock in the morning. Take what you may. Take what you may from it. Walmart is open at 3 o'clock in the morning. And sometimes you just gotta have some Ben and Jerry's. And it is what it is. So it is what it is. We should live in a society where that wouldn't be the case, but the reality is Walmart is still Walmarting. Right. Pee-wee Trip got me. Quick Trip. If Target still carried the products, though, support the black-owned business owners. This is some of right. There was this black-owned business owner talking about that her product is in Target. Yeah, make the decisions you have to make, but at the end of the day, those are still minutia in the bigger thing. There are things you can do like calling ICE, because just because a company donates doesn't mean it was the whole company. It's the people that are in charge of donating for that company. Make your own decisions, right? The DEI thing is a deal breaker for me, because it is not because of the fact that white people benefit from it greatly. It's because that DEI itself is just the newest term for. I can say it, but I won't because then people will be like, "Oh, you can't believe you said the N word." But it's the latest in the wrong woke. It was woke at first, and now it's DEI because in essence, it doesn't matter who it affects. It in essence matters the intent in which it is used. When you hear people say DEI, they're talking about black folks, and they want to use the N word when they talk about black folks. Yeah, I have a smart friend who could probably write me an algorithm to flood their online system with. Sounds great. Tabitha Brown, she has her products aligned with Target. Yeah, she does, doesn't she? Do they have an online tip line? Yes. All you have to do is Google online tip line for ICE. I want them to shut it down. I would like to reach enough people that they had to shut their tip line down for a minute. Yeah, this is getting written. Yeah, like I say, I'm report the sheriff report. Yeah, report your congressman. Yeah, doesn't matter. Tell you, I thought these people came over on the Mayflower. I thought they were the first migrants. All of that, all of that. It's like, yeah, but this is what's going to happen, and mark my words. This is what's going to happen. You're going to watch an increase in agricultural prices from strawberries and fruits and vegetables, you're going to see that increase. And that increase is going to be spread out across the industries. You're going to see, you're not going to see people rush into these jobs. You're not. You're not going to see people like, oh, they were taking jobs from Americans. You're not going to see Americans rush into being migrant workers following crops up and down California or Florida. You're not. There's a page called the Hood Shop that lists all the local international black businesses, and it is still growing. Yeah, and I've been to the Hood Shop, and I did a casual investigation of some of the ones they were recommending, and they're not black owned. They're just black ran. I'm saying, do what you do though. Whatever your justification is, I don't care, because I really think it's a minimal thing. It's not the protest people think it is. The protest people think are active protests, because if you get to the point, we live in a system where our dollar is going to eventually make it into the system, no matter how we use it, unless we're using it locally. I understand we think, but you have more of an impact by losing your dollars locally for black-owned businesses. Um, like we did in the 60s and 50s, when we could not patronize white owned businesses through the front door. So, yes, if you want to have more of an impact, you spend your dollars locally with black owned businesses, because then that money cycles in the black community. What I'm saying is, go to the black side of town and patronize those businesses, because once I get into online businesses and international businesses, it doesn't do anything. It's not the same impact. Yeah. And you know black businesses in your community better than you know black communities, I mean black businesses or black run businesses that you find on some website. Yeah. This is going to be one of those modern problems requiring modern solution moment. Yes, we have to, Cam, good point. We have to understand that we have to stop fighting the same way. Just like I was talking about domestic violence the other night. You all have to understand that it is so counterintuitive to continue to fight the system that changes to accommodate itself the same way that didn't work before. Yeah, when you all are fighting it the same way. You all come with this. Y'all give me the same talking points that I've been hearing all my life, that I've read about, and that Huey told you all would not work in the long run. No, it amazes me. No one listened to Huey until he was dead, and the same thing about Fred Hampton. Y'all listen when they dead, but you don't listen in hearing. Yes, those don't work. That's why I don't like repetition, and I don't spend any time with them. I'd say it don't work, and I keep moving because people keep bringing them up. And I mean, at the end of the day, I will tell people what they need to do, and as a protest, and they will go somewhere left field, and I'll be like, that's not gonna work. Y'all didn't listen to Dr. King when he in Memphis in April of '68, before he was assassinated, when he said divest. You didn't listen to him then, because it was overshadowed by his assassination the next day. I don't think, and it really gets me that people talk about revolution, but I challenge you to tell me what revolution is in this day and age. People want easy protests, and easy protests are not protests. They're not. They're not. I'm not asking you to march up Hamburger Hill, but I'm asking you to understand that you cannot continue to do what you always did and expect a different result. Stop telling me about your God has it taken care of in the next life. That doesn't save us in this life. And unlike some of you all, um, yeah, thoughts and prayers. If I say thoughts and prayers, I am being so sarcastic. I'm saying it to people I don't like. I say it all the time. Oh, the thoughts and prayers. Yep, those stop bullets. Damn, Nathan, what is revolution these days? Oh, I got plans for them in this life. Right. Thoughts and chairs. We even got chairs are not even enough anymore. The closest thing that came to making change was the Black Panthers, and we know what they did to them. No, I actually think, yeah, that was close. Medgar Evers was close, but I also blame us, ambitious. I blame us. I blame, it's just like I talk. It's not like we don't have black people like me saying these things, but we as black people don't support that because we support the people that are propped up in front of us. Just like I told people to stop sending me their favorite white creator because they white creator has less followers than me, but they make viral videos of 140,000 likes that read basically news articles. That's the comfort factor. No, we do not protect our own revolutionaries because we're too busy jockeying on white creators that are basically reading to us, or we are following those who are propped up for us to follow because they're not talking about revolution. They're talking about being patient and waiting, or let's protest the least violent way possible. You know, we don't have adequate leadership. Now look where we are now. No, we do have adequate leadership, Janelle. We don't have adequate followers. We do. I'm on this app every day talking about what we need to do. And people are so enamored with telling us we don't need black leadership, or telling me in my face as a black leader in my community that we need black leadership when we have black leadership. We just do not want to acknowledge it. We don't want to listen, let me tell you something, right? And I say this all the time. MAGA supporters, racists, bigots, conservative, they support their leaders financially, and they listen, they play the long game. No, I have to literally turn backflips for to justify raising money to do things in our communities. I mean, people ask me, why don't you make videos anymore showing the homeless work you do? And the people that know me know I still do it because it doesn't matter. It has no impact. No one. It's not like you all are knocking down the doors, donating to help me do this. So what? So what? So I hear you all, but that flies in the face of I can name 10 people across the country doing exactly the same thing I'm doing, and none of them have any support from the very people telling us we need black leadership. But you know what? Al Sharpton raised a $500,000 on January the 10th, and not a dollar of it's going to be spent in the black community like we do. How much we come out our own pocket to support our community. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you all. I have snapped at convention. I've gone to protest and snapped on the people protesting for stepping over homeless people, people that happen to be homeless like they don't exist. I said, what the fuck are you doing? You just stepped over this man thinking that your protest is somehow not about them. You stepped over this man talking about you're fighting, you're not feeding people, but you expect the people you're not helping eat to stand up and protest. Y'all are funny to me. I'm afraid and scared. I'm gonna tell you what you need to do with that fear is make it work for you. Make it work for you. Do not let it paralyze you, because if you let it paralyze you, you're just going to be the first victim. It is not. It's nothing wrong. And let me tell you something, Janelle. I am assuming you are a woman. I am assuming that. If I am wrong, just please correct me. But anybody who knows me also knows I am a hypocrite when it comes to certain things involving women and protesting. I'm a hypocrite when it comes to children. I believe that men have a role to play in this, and I'm seeing too many women that are left alone protesting. If protests I go to, there are more women than men there. There are, and I despise that. And that's why I take such an overprotective role, and that's why I don't carry signs or anything like that. But I'm gonna say this: your fear is justified, but in the same breath, you can't allow it to paralyze you. But in the same breath, you also have to be cautious because not only do you have to worry about racists and bigots and rocket raccoons creating violence against you, you have to also listen to your instinct and stay away from men that also intend violence against you and try to take advantage of you in situations. So, yes, it is complicated for you. And I acknowledge that. And I do want you, but I want you all. I mean, code switching is a thing. Make sure you learn it. Make sure you speak it. Make sure you protect yourself. And if push comes to shove, shoot first, ask questions later. Shoot first, where is it going to be spent? Sharpton. Right, right. It fell out. Yeah, I tried to make up with Al Sharpton, and then fell out with him again. I tried. Reverend Barber tried to get me to make up with him when we had because Reverend Barber is such a great person. If you don't know Reverend William Barber, he's the revitalizers of the Poor People's Campaign. He joined me in Mississippi as we toured the Delta. I've been with him several times in other places, Atlanta. Google it. Videos on my page, and he's a wonderful person, and he really tried, and him and Reverend Nelson Rivers, another one of my mentors, tried to get, and I just can't. I just can't. I can't without Sharpton. I heard a creator say that the law about Virginia, it doesn't prevent us. I heard a creator say that the law about Virginia, it doesn't prevent us. T. What law about Virginia? What law about Virginia? All right, just a moment, y'all. We're not going anywhere, but CGPR, GCPR, I appreciate for you all joining us. Almost a 2 hour show for you all tonight. Appreciate for you all joining us. Hope you enjoyed it, but I have got to release you all within the next 5 minutes. Or Olivia or Penelope is going to tell me I'm doing a 5 hour monologue closing out on y'all. Thank you for joining me on the radio. I appreciate it. If you want to continue to listen to this conversation that has overtaken my movie night intent, come on over if you have a VPN to any of my other social media pages. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me on YouTube. I am actually live on Instagram also. Um, you can find me on X, and you can find me on my main TikTok page. Right? Well, come on over and join us. Peace. Y'all have a good one. Until tomorrow. All right, back to the people who are still here. I have logged out of the radio show. Now I can cuss. See, I told you, honey law, immigrants. It's irritating when people who do nothing complain that no one is doing it. Right. If I was watching this in a vacuum or from another planet, or if this was I don't like sitcoms, but if this was happening in something you watching that didn't affect you, it's hilarious. It'd be like, how do people think like that? But when it's actually people drinking mimosas in the face of Rome burning, I'm like, and the insidious part, and I keep using the airplane metaphor. That's my running metaphor through all this. The insidious part is how do you sit back and allow the plane you're on to crash because you're hurt, your feelings are hurt. It is just like the ultimate cut your nose off to spite your face move for me. It's like the ultimate. And it is amazing that people actually buy into that. It is amazing. We need our lawyers to represent. He isn't listening to us. I'm just the redhead stepchild now. No, you don't have any red hair. You don't have any red hair. You roach video sending individual. You don't have any red hair. I don't think they realize they are on the plane. Yes, yes, they do. They just miraculously think they can survive the plane crash. Yeah, they realize it because they say, "Oh, it's like we're just going to watch it burn." What? Where do you think you live? That's like you live in LA in a place that is actually on fire all around you, and you saying, "I'm not putting it out. It's not my fault that it started. I'm just going to watch it burn." You realize you're watching it burn from the inside of the fire circle, right? You realize the fire is consuming stuff coming towards you, and you're just going to let it burn. You sound crazy. They think they're smart enough to survive the plane crash by jumping on impact. And the thing, Pirate, is you're right, but they're not. Like I tell people all the time, there are certain people like me that will survive the plane crash because we know how to thrive in the gutter. But a lot of these people talking about surviving, they can't go a day without a mimosa or Viking Valium. And they're talking about they're able to survive the chaos that is going to ensue. Is it crack? Is it dick dope or dog food? Which one? A lot of white people don't want to do anything about the plane because it's comfortable. Right. I did not send any roach videos. Yeah, you sent me the spider video that popped out of nowhere. Yeah, you got me with that one. Yeah, you got me. Yeah. And that's what we operate in. That's what we operate in. We have people literally doing the work of white supremacy for white supremacists and telling us that we should join them in doing the work for white supremacists. I am never going to celebrate the eradication of another marginalized group of people. I don't care if a couple of them called me the N word. I don't care if a couple of them don't get it. I don't care. I'm not going to sit back and celebrate the eradication of another group of marginalized people at the hands of the colonizer and think I'm doing something. Think that's a flex. That's not fair. That was months ago. That was weeks ago, Reese. It seems like it was yesterday because I still see that damn spider. I still see that damn spider. So if I gotta still see it, you gotta still deal with the consequences of sending it to me. Yeah. Yeah, laugh now. But yeah, that is the bottom line. And when like I say, when I hear people that are thinking that's a flex, I'm like, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. You can't stand on business and not stand on business. It's like Michelle Obama. Why do I have so much respect for Michelle Obama? Because she is her, like Jasmine Crockett, but because they stand on business. Like I didn't want to go to the last inauguration. I damn sure don't want to go to this one and sit next to Donald Trump. I don't. I sure don't. I'm not going to a funeral. Yeah, Jimmy Carter not there. I showed up for his wife's funeral. Jimmy Carter not there. He understand. He didn't want to sit next to Trump any either. Yeah, he didn't probably didn't want him at his funeral. But we like, oh, well, black people. And then I was telling somebody how insulting it is that black people always has to be noble in the face of our enemies, while George Bush gets to walk in and totally ignore Donald Trump and Melania, and nobody says he was acting a fool. But if Barack would have done the same thing, that's all I was saying he should have done, ignore him just like George Bush did. Oh, he's too, Barack's not going to act a fool like that. What? Yeah, I'm convinced y'all on dick, dope, and dog food. And it's a cocktail, and y'all doing them all at the same time. Ambitious. Don't follow Reese down that road. Don't follow her down that road. But yeah, that is the reality of the situation we live in. That is the reality. The reality of it is that some of you all are on crack. You all think these are flexes because you got a couple of more people that think you all are flexing. But I'm going to tell you, my grandmother would have never. My parents would have never. This movement plays directly into the hands of our enemies. Right. Do you hear the way Trump was talking to one of the mayors in California? Yes, I saw the way he was talking to the mayor of Los Angeles. And I saw them take her mic. And I'm telling you, this people always want us to play nice in the face of disrespect. This is why people be like, TNathan for president or TNathan, what you running for? I'm running for nothing because I'm showing up in boxing gloves the first day. The first day I'm showing up in boxing gloves. People don't realize I was in government in Biloxi in Mississippi. Yeah, I was at city council meetings all the time. I got every city council member was mad at me at one time or another because they thought that they by agreeing with me on some topic that I was going to overlook the stupid shit they said on another topic. Yeah, no, I don't know. I didn't know they took her mic. I would have and started my own press conference. Right. It causes division among different marginalized groups and within them, making us easier to defeat. Right. And at the end of the day, our coalition has to just be our coalition. If you don't want to be a part of if you, my criteria, if you want to do the work of white supremacy, I'm treating you like a white supremacist. I don't know what else to tell y'all. If you want to do the work of white supremacists, then I'm treating you like a white supremacist. They're one and the same to me. I think people think because I can criticize those people who did vote for Trump and they're crying now that I somehow stand in opposition also to the people that are negatively impacted that had nothing to do with them. It's the exact mindset white liberals have. Control what you can control. Looking at the people no longer here. Right. Same. I can't be a politician, but also because when sexing was new, so was it. See, and let me tell you something. That goes into just hypothetically speaking, but it also gets me when something like that would be a barrier when everybody acts like like we're not grown. It's like people while you're not going to see me on X stroking stroking myself on X, you're not going to see that. But I am a fully invested, grown ass human man. Okay, we do understand that, right? But it's the idea. I had somebody, and it's interesting. I had somebody post a video, and they were at a Bratz convention, a brass convention. Now, a brass convention is an adult cinematography, super adult fun time group. And the man was in the audience taking video, talking about I'm exposing all these. He uses the P word, and I'm like, he called them gooners, gooners. He called I'm exposing all the gooners, right? And I'm like, you're at an adult, a super friend, a super happy adult fun time convention with grown people. So why? With grown people, there are no children in sight. You had to pay to get in here. Up on stage are various um, super happy adult fun time stars and various stages of dress or undress, however you. But everybody in this room is a grown ass person, and this person was like, "I'm exposing people." What are you? What? No, I haven't checked my text. Do I look like I've checked my text? What's up, Tavi? This better be good. I'm checking my text. This better be something relevant. She sent me a roach picture. You did it. Reese sent me a roach picture. Yeah, she did. But I'm going to have to give her this one. I'm going to have to take this one. She sent me a roaches for raid picture. These are roaches for raid. I love it. I love it, but the roaches are too cute for me to use. Send me some. If this is a case where these roaches need to look like real roaches, yeah, yeah. She sent me roaches for raid, and it is funny, but I need harder pictures. I need harder pictures. TikTok is censoring my comments out of your live when I say fascist. They are. It took me way too long to figure out you weren't talking about Brad's dog. Here, say it. I see it. I see it. I see it. It's an attack on our country. See, now, back up. I don't want to see that many roaches. Yeah, ugh. Now you just made my. Petra sent me one now, but Petra crawling from under the American flag. Yeah, Petra. Ugh. And Petra knows I hate roaches. Petra knows I hate roaches. No, but even though I hate roaches, if I was driving and I see a roach in the vehicle, I'm not going to wreck my vehicle over a roach. I'm not that scared of roaches. I'm not really scared of roaches. I just don't like them. I don't think it's no fear of them. I just don't like them. I just don't like them. Yeah, Trump is one of the roaches in the you sent me. I have my other account open so I can see if my comments get censored after that one time. Okay. Yeah, and yeah, Clutch, that's it. That's the reality of the situation we have to face. We have to face the reality of the situation that we have to stop doing things the same way we've always done them and expect a different result. We have to understand that protest does not mean sitting it out. Unless you're sitting at a lunch counter like our grandparents were doing in the 50s and 60s, protesting, they would take our money in the back door but wouldn't feed us in the front door. You're not protesting sitting at a counter. And I'm insulted for you to think you are. Petra, last one. I forgot I should never leave my text messages open for Petra or Reese because they will send me something and it will pop up before I have a chance to censor it. I just saw another roach. Does anyone like roaches? Roaches but I don't like them, but I don't see them advertising. Even roaches, real roaches, don't go around here like roaches for raid like some of these rocket raccoons do. That was the last one. I know it was the last one because I see you typing something right now. I'm not looking. I know you're typing something about to send me. I'm not looking. Can't deal with them, especially the flying ones like downs. Ooh, ambitious, ambitious. Them big ass flying cockroaches. Yeah, yeah, no. I need. Hypothetically speaking, I may or may not have tried to shoot one with my pew pew. And by pew pew, I mean gun. I know. I'm supposed to be TikTok friendly. I keep you all working overtime with F1 in the comment section. I know. I got it. But I just can't. Pew pew is doesn't sound impactful. Yeah, it doesn't sound impactful. I have tried to shoot roaches. I have tried to I've thrown things disproportionately at roaches because out in the south because you would they would like literally be in the trees. They would literally be in the tree. You'd be parked under a tree chilling. I'd be on duty. I'd just be on duty under the tree chilling, and a roach would fall out the tree. And it wouldn't fall, it would fall flying out the tree. And these are big ass roaches, right? And yeah, I may or may not have fired a gun at a roach before in my life. So there is that. Shoes work good on roaches. Yeah, I may or may not have stepped on a roach, a big ass roach, and it has that popping sound and the gushing, and I may have thrown the whole pair of shoes away afterwards. I may have done that because I'm like I can't even turn the shoe over and clean it. Nope, can't do it. I left I was not getting back in my car after I didn't think it through well enough. I stepped on the roach juice on the bottom of my shoe. I left both shoes right there and got in the car and left. One flew and attacked me as one crawled up my leg simultaneously. People use pew pew for a major tragedy. Always sounds, doesn't it? It does, and that's why I say social media, you have allowed it to change your dictionary, your diction. I don't allow it to change mine. The only thing I think I do say that I will censor myself on because I do care about the type of triggering it does, and that's the S word. But I will say self unalived instead of the S word because I figure that's a little softer than the S word. And all of us have family members or friends or secondaries that we know that have committed that act. So I do think that does deserve a little censoring from me. A little marginalized. Oh, I wonder. Let me see if they. I want to see if is TikTok censored my last video yet. Hold on. Let me see. Yep, got a community guidelines already on that video. They did not like my video about Elon Musk. Let me see. It's my community guideline violation on my last video. Video removed. Violent and hateful organizations and individuals. Basically, um, violent and hateful organizations and individuals. This is going to be easy. I'm going to submit an appeal based upon the fact, and you can listen to it. Yeah, it didn't let me write an appeal. Yeah, I was talking about Elon Musk. How? So they're saying Elon Musk is a hateful individual? Yeah, I was talking about Elon Musk. Let me see if I saved that. If that, I meant to save that video. Let's see if it got saved. Oh, it did. Hold on, I have to upload this right quick to Instagram. That's where you see my videos at now. If they get deleted on TikTok, I upload them to Instagram right quick. And I meant to upload this one before. So Elon Musk. Hold on, I'm gonna let you all. I'm gonna let y'all see it as soon as I upload it. This video was banned from TikTok. I wonder why. That's my write up for it. That's my write up, and I'm sticking by it. Oh, I don't think. Hmm. Let's see how this works out. How would I show this video? So it's about Elon Musk, and it's about him. Today is Holocaust Memorial Remembrance Day, and Elon Musk today decided to basically speak at a far right wing German, actual German event, and I was just critiquing it, and TikTok told me it was hate speech. So you did? You went, Teresa? You went to her page? You went to her page? Oh yeah. Was my video? You know, I put my video under her comment section. For those of y'all who don't know, Millie is this white woman. Millie Joy is this white woman who said that we didn't have racism basically in the 70s and 80s. Hold on, hold on. I can show you that video, and I'll show you. You can see the video that y'all see that video right there with the community guideline violation. That's the one I just did on Elon Musk. Yeah, I got a community guideline violation. And dun, dun, dun. This is the one. I thought this one. I thought this one right here when I was saying one down, 800, I said one down, 1985, 1589 left to go. Talking about the January 6th riders because Matt is dead there. Matt's dead. Oh, that's Snoop. But let me show you the video Teresa's talking about, just in case you all haven't seen it. This is the video Teresa's talking about right here.
I think
Can you hear it?
mediocre white women have been feeling left out of my
Can you
commentary
hear it?
lately. So, this one is for you all. This is Millie Joy. And just like so many other mediocre white women, this is Milla Joy's X page, and she is a MAGA supporter. And she took her mediocre ass on her X account and said the following: I grew up in the 1970s and 1980s. Back then, no one saw color. We were all just Americans. How did that change? And you can see I responded to her on her account. And I will be placing this video in her response section too. And I said, what planet did you live on? In the 1970s, residential segregation in North and Western population centers was even higher than the South. More than 4 out of 5 black residents lived in segregated neighborhoods. This level of revisionist history requires a video. Hence, this is the video. Now, I don't know if Millie has recovered from the dick, dope, and dog food cocktail that she must have been putting up her nose during the 70s and the 80s, but let's get it. Millie, do you remember the Augusta riots that took place between May the 11th and May the 12th of 1970, in which black people were doing the same things they are today, actually, protesting police violence? But this one was sparked by the brutal killing of a black teen named Charles Oatman. Ring any bells? So, what about the Earl race riots of 1970 that started on September the 10th when violence erupted when a group of white armed men attacked a group of unarmed black people who were marching to Earl, Arkansas City Hall to protest segregation in the town's school system? Doesn't ring a bell? There, 5 black people were injured, including 2 black women who were shot. Yeah, don't remember that, right? What America are you talking about in the 70s exactly, when there are literal government website histories dedicated to talking about the racial tensions in the 70s and how racial tensions were high in the 70s as black people became frustrated with economic conditions that did not improve despite the illusion of advancements in civil rights? Black unemployment rates in the 1970s and the 1980s were considerably higher than white unemployment rates. This was due to a number of factors, including
Video
structural
was
racism.
not about
And as a
hate speech in
segue
any way,
into the
shape, or form.
80s,
It
in
was an
1988, the
acknowledgement
unemployment
of
rate for
what
black people
Elon
was
Musk did today
11.7% compared to
in accordance
4.7% for white people.
with his
In
appearance at a virtual
1983, black
conference.
unemployment reached 19.5%.
How is
But nothing to see
commentary
here,
on
right?
Elon Musk
1980
considered hate
started with a
speech?
race riot in Tampa, Florida, with the acquittal of 4 white officers charged with beating a
Are
black
you telling
motorist
us
to
that we
death.
cannot talk about Elon Musk
Miami
on TikTok?
experienced a wave of violence after that court decision that left 18 dead and more than 300 injured, and most of them were black people. And on a page that could have been taken out of the news today, 1984, Lawrence, Massachusetts, where the native Lawrencers, white Europeans, felt threatened by the arrival of immigrants, black and brown, from Puerto Rico. Did I mention that Puerto Rico is part of the United States? But I digress. And they felt threatened by the competition for jobs, housing, and culture. Yeah, widespread violence broke out because of that. And what planet did this dick dope and dog food experience take her to? Because the last year of the 80s kicked off with another race riot in Miami. On January 16, 1989, a Miami police officer shot and killed Clement Lloyd, a black motorist. He also injured another passenger in the car, Alan Blanchard, who later died from his injuries. Another series of violence kicked off for days, where more black people were injured and killed.
For you.
And we're not going to
This
speed
is
past the
42.
lynching by my friend Michael Donald that happened on March the 21st, 1981, in Alabama, Mobile, Alabama to be exact, at the hands of the Ku Klux Klan, a Klan chapter that Michael's mother, Beulah Mae McDonald, took on and bankrupt. Mila, you wasn't just on Dick Dope and Dog Food all through the 70s and 80s. You're still on it now.
So, yeah, that is the video that Teresa was talking about because she had the nerve. I was like, I came by it and I just couldn't let it go. I just couldn't let it go. I was like, are we for real? Are we for real? This is what we're doing right now? And then, of course, today,
So I have some breaking news for you.
just real
This
quick.
is 42-year-old Matthew Huddle. And this is Matthew Huddle from January the 6th, 2021, when he was involved in storming the United States Capitol. Now, Matthew Huddle is from Indiana, and as you all know, Donald Trump just blanket pardoned 1,590 individuals that were convicted in connection with storming the United States Capitol on January the 6th, 2021. Well, Matthew is dead. Yes, he was shot in connection with a traffic stop on Sunday in Jasper County, Indiana. According to Indiana State Police, a traffic stop led to a deputy trying to arrest Matthew, but Matthew allegedly resisted and struggled with the officer. The altercation led to the deputy firing his gun and killing Huddle. Well, I guess he should have complied with the officer's request. Right? Right. Guess there are only 1,589 of them now. Hmm.
See, should have complied, right? Just complied. Now, I want, listen, the next video about you is the one that TikTok just denied my appeal on, right? I'm going to show you that. It's on Instagram. I put it on Instagram because that's why I put my videos that I put all my videos on Instagram now also. But I put this one on Instagram because TikTok denied it.
So,
Type. So this is the video that TikTok just denied. TikTok denied this video. So I would like to know, what about this video do you all think is hate speech from me? Uh, he was safer locked up. Just tell me, what about this video do you think was hateful from me?
so Elon Musk, the world's richest man, one more time. There we go. Who didn't give the Sig Heil and backs Germany's far right party, who has been fined for being smotsies, chose today, International Holocaust Remembrance Day, to make a virtual appearance before the same far right German party that has been fined for basically being smotsies, to tell them that Germany needs to move beyond the guilt it has for the crimes of the smotsies. So the South African immigrant whose family profited off of apartheid said that there is too much focus on past guilt and we need to move beyond that. So much for studying the mistakes of the past so we don't repeat them in the future. But he said it from his heart, right? Right? Right. So Elon Musk.
So is it just me? Is it just me? It's a shame how TikTok follows certain creators. This isn't America anymore. Take this app to Russia. Yeah, no, I don't. That I don't. Yeah, it's censored, but it's the idea that it's not Red Note, which everyone was fleeing to, and also it's in. I know. Let me tell you, I know when I violate community guidelines with videos like that. I know they're pushing the envelope, and I just push the envelope to upload it somewhere else because in a revolution, you use what tools you have. I'm not. I don't sit around and cry about TikTok censoring my videos. I really just want TikTok to stay out of the way of me and bigots and racists. I just want them to allow me to respond in kind. I don't need TikTok to protect me, and I don't need the TikTok algorithm to push my content out. I don't intend for the system that is TikTok to support the revolution that I stand for. But by the same token, I expect the people that say they stand with me to come to my page and see my content. I expect them to come to my page and see my content. So I don't have the time or inclination to get on TikTok when I think that the opus lies with us. It lies with us. We can say that, but in the end, it lies with us. Um, Let me close a couple of these windows. Hey, Dale, daylight come and me wanna go home. Anybody in here on Instagram? Anybody in here follow me on Instagram? I need Cam. Can you run over to my Instagram page and see if I'm live on Instagram? Could you run over and tell me if I'm still live on Instagram? Joseph does. Because it just went out and I don't know. Can, thank you. It's my beacon link. It's the Savage Locust. I just want to know if I'm still live over there because it went out and I don't know if it went down. It's still live? Okay. Thanks. Thanks. I was just wondering because it went I can't see it and I was wondering if that was I just remember the shadow shut down Instagram after this conversation. But yeah, I apologize. I know we didn't get to bootleg movie night tonight, but I had a good conversation. Thank you all for joining us. Also, if you can understand, the GoFundMe page for my trip to Selma is in my beacon link on my social media. Or if you don't like GoFundMe, if you want to send it directly to Cash App, that is fine. It's the only that you put in the Cash App if you want me to use it for those who happen to be homeless, or if you want me to use it towards the trip that we are taking to commemorate the 60th anniversary of Selma. And people will say that because somebody sent me some money for my birthday, and they asked me what did I buy, and I was like, you sent me money on my Cash App. You know I spent it on those who have to be homeless. I said, so if you want me to spend it differently, then you have to tell me because if you don't, then especially in this time, check out my Dr. King video for to see what we did on our day for service. Um, yeah, y'all check that out. And my, my chief of security has already donated. Not forgotten. My chief of security already donated. He just didn't know he donated, but I'm going to straighten that later. Um, he does all the time. I appreciate that. Um, but yeah, we're going to Selma. We'll be in Selma for the 60th anniversary of the march that John Lewis got his head caved in on, where 600 black people tried to cross the Edmund Pettus Bridge in protesting of the between the death of Jimmy Lee and voting rights. So you should open up the boxes. Yeah, no, I don't do that during this time because because I have things to talk about that are pertinent at this time, and sometimes y'all get distracted on other things, and I don't want to cuss. So that's why when you see me in this setup, I'm not really looking for guests because sometimes it goes left even when I don't. I just let it go left in those moments because I really didn't have anything that I wanted to get off or really talk about. But in conversations with TNathan, I don't have guests because y'all get distracted sometimes. All right, there it is. There's tonight's show. Thank you for joining us. The show will be telecast on YouTube in case you missed it, or you came in on half of it. If you want to just speed past it, or if you want to do like other people and just slice it up and put it on their page, feel free. And no matter how the message gets out, I'm okay with it. I have no intellectual property claim to this because the message is bigger than the messenger. And my ego is not involved. Do with it what you will. But if you use it in a manner that is twisting and toxic, I will show you twisted and toxic in a way that you probably will not be used to because I will dig up your dead grandmother and parade her around my page until you stop. And if that doesn't work, I'm sure grandfather, grandmother, mother, daughter, sister, anybody I have to dig up, I will do it. Not above it. Just thought I'd let you know. All right, you all. Get some rest, bro. I can tell you. Yeah, I have. And I was just thinking, I was looking, I was like, oh, I haven't been to sleep. I haven't really been to sleep in a couple of days. And it just hit me. But I can't go to sleep right now because Bella is overdue. I have to take Bella out for a little walk. The snow is melting. Let's take her out for a little walk. And then I have to review a couple of things I didn't read today. So, but I plan to be in bed by 3 o'clock. I plan to be in bed by 3 o'clock. Trump will probably try to stop that celebration. Yeah, but I will try to get some sleep. And I thank y'all for joining me. And same, we'll see you tomorrow. 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, 11 o'clock Eastern Time. Conversations with TNathan, and we will deal with whatever